Toy guns appreciated by all. And this is a very old toy gun. So this is a lever action cap rifle gun type thing. It's lever action because this is a lever and it creates an action of loading the gun. And go back down. And as you can tell, the barrel here is rusted off. Does seem a bit short even for a children's toy. And the stock is a tiny bit short. So from my estimate, the original stock was rotten and was then chopped off. So my hope is to restore this to at least a good looking stage or kind. So I'll clean the whole thing up, replace the stock, cut off the top of the barrel and extend it with another piece of metal. Now I don't think I'll be able to restore it to functioning order, but that's fine because I just love the look of it. So as you can see, the stock is attached by 3 separate screws, and the stock looks to be mahogany by my reckoning, or at least it's a dark hardwood to be sure. So I'm going to start by removing the old chunk of stock and then drawing up my own new one. So when I removed the piece of the stock, the trigger also came out, and now I can see how it works. So the trigger spins on the pivot of this bolt in here as such, and then the piece of the what do you call that? Then the piece of the butt actually had split, but that's alright. Sits on as such right in here. And so this spring is attached to the wood and it applies the springiness to the trigger. And then the bolt goes through here and then there's a screw on top. So now, using a piece of paper, I'm going to trace around the outline of the start of the butt of the rifle. And I knew that this piece here is level with the top of the rifle. And so I'm going to make it level with the top of the page as such. Trace around it, and then after tracing it, I'm going to randomly sketch a shape I think is suitable for the butt. So this is the drawing that I've ended up with for the stock or the butt, and in the red pencil here you can see the piece which I already have, and that was just to give me an idea of what to do with it. And then in the grey is the piece I've come up with. So obviously this here is pretty thin for a shoulder stock, so I've kept the top one carrying on straight, and the bottom one I've widened slightly, and then it goes into a nice shoulder butt here, so you'll be able to push it right into your shoulder. So now I just need to cut this out, stick it on a piece of mahogany and cut her out then. So this here is the new shape I've come up with, and it fits well with the rifle. So let's see, sits about there, and that'll allow you to, crank and have it in. Just seems quite a steep angle, but should be alright, we'll see. Instead of going straight to the lovely beautiful mahogany, slightly burnt, I'm going to make a practice piece out of some melamine, only because chipboard is rubbish and I don't like it, so it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to cut her up, and that'll tell me if the shape is alright, comfortable, usable, and if it fits. So let's get to that. Oh, need a bit of a clear up here. So here it is, and oh yes, I think it really does look good. Now it does need the groove in here so that when you cock it, it'll fit in nicely against, and then it needs to be a bit shorter here because the metal is busting out, and I did round it at the top so it fits in nicely. But yeah, it's just good to see how it works, how it fits, and if it's comfortable. And it's slightly too pointy out this way, so I'm going to trim it back a bit and then it should be more comfortable. So this is the design of the stock I'd originally set my mind on, and it looked alright, but when I went away and looked at some other models of toy rifles and things, this just looked completely wrong, because in most toy rifles, or rifles in general, for lever action ones, it comes straight down and then the stock widens up to the top, but I widened it to the bottom, which gives me a completely wrong angle. So I went away, came back and made a completely new one. And it looks a lot better, in my opinion. It looks a lot more realistic and what it actually would look like. So this is what I'm going to do now. Now, before I actually get to making the actual stock, I thought it would be better if I cleaned up the actual gun piece and made it shiny. So here I can actually see the slight remains of a brand. So I'm going to stand back and see what I can find. So I've been sanding for about 20 minutes and I think it is in a very nice position. And what's really cool is, if you can see there, there's branding and it says Daisy, and the same on the opposing side. But on the top of the barrel here, you probably can't see it at all, it's very hard to read, is the model number and everything. So this gun is a Daisy single shot model H, and there's also all of this was on top, the Daisy MHG company from Plymouth. There was a word there, I couldn't read it out, and it has a US patent from July 30th of the, or 1st of the 3rd, no, 30th of 1st? Yeah, 30th of the 1st, and from November the 3rd of the 8th, and there are others pending. I'd say they've probably passed now about, what, 70 years later? So I've looked up the gun on my phone, and I found this picture online, and it does seem very, very similar. So this is the stock that I could go for, and when you look at mine compared to the picture, it is pretty similar. The only difference is they have a curved bit, and I tried that with the first stock that I did, but the curve just didn't fit very well, so flat it is. So after a quick bit of research, I found out that it is manufactured between 1903 and 1923, which makes it basically at least 100 years old, which is incredible because it's still in great order. Amazing. I've spent about an hour now and I've removed basically nearly all of the visible rust, except right on the barrel here, because I'm going to be replacing that bit. But now I have to do the internal bits, and that's going to be really awkward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bathe this whole piece in some Great British vinegar. Now I don't have enough vinegar to soak the whole thing, so I'm going to make a bath of it, wear my chemical gloves, pour in the vinegar and kind of wash the whole thing in vinegar, and then soak part of it in vinegar. So I'm wearing my chemical gloves and I'm going to start by pouring my vinegar into this pineapple tub. Now there's a little hole in the lid. Sounds like a race car. Now I'm going to place the gun over the bath and just pour on the vinegar to let it soak and hopefully like demolish the rust, I suppose. Pretty sure it works something like that. See, so there's a good bit on it. Now it's rubbered in. Rub-a-dub-a-dub-a-dub-a-dub. And this is going to eat away at the metal, but primarily because the rust is sitting on top of the metal, it's going to eat away at the rust. Let's get some more. And squirt some more on. So I bathed the body for a bit in the vinegar and now it's just sitting half submerged, and I also chucked in the trigger and spring and other wee bits and bobs, and I'll take it out maybe in 12 hours or so and then wash it down with hot water. So that's going to be it for part 1, but if you stick around till next week, we're going to end up with this, and oh my, I'm loving it. Now, currently the video isn't out, but it will be out next week, and it will be here, and I advise you watch it because, Oh, look at that. Anyway, you can also subscribe here, and there will be other stuff there. Come on.